Alright, so in today's video, what we're going to be showing is how to create the effector arms. These little rods right here. Now, the parts that you're going to need for this are going to be your 6 carbon fiber rods or tubes, and then you're also going to have your traxxas ends, which consists of these little black pieces as well as these little metal pieces. Now, what a lot of people like to do when they're assembling these is to chill these in a freezer and put these in their pocket, and then they just slide in. But that's not absolutely necessary. These will pop into place, and if they don't, you can very gently take a pair of pliers and just squeeze slowly, and it'll pop right into place. Okay? The other piece that you're going to need is going to be this M4 by 20 millimeter set screw, and the traxxas ends have been pre-tapped for you, so you should be able to just screw these in like this. And you can take this this Allen wrench and you can screw it in the rest of the way. You're going to do this 12 times, and at the end of it you'll have 12 of these little ends. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your epoxy, which I've done here on a working surface. You're just going to make a big pile of it. And you're also going to take your 6 of your smaller extrusions, as well as an M3 8mm screw and a nut. Put the screw together and then just slide it into the end of one of your extrusions, and then use one of your Allen wrenches to tighten it down. It doesn't need to be precise. All that we're doing is we're putting it at about the end of the extrusion. And this is just to form a little guide for us. Alright? And these are your dies. So once you've created all 6 of these, you're ready to start gluing. So since you have your epoxy sitting here and your carbon fiber ends, just take the metal part, the set screw, and twirl it around a little bit inside of the epoxy and slide it into the end of the carbon rod. Now you're going to see a little bit of glue still bead up at the end. If you don't, you want to just get a little dab more. Don't be too afraid of it. You don't want to make a big mess. You don't want to fill this thing up with glue, but you're not going to hurt anything by adding too much. Once you've got a nice solid bead, you'll know, because you'll get a little bit of a gush, just a little bit of a ring, and do the other side. Okay, slide it into the end of the carbon fiber tube, and now you've got it glued and assembled. Now, these skinny parts of the traxxas ends actually fit very perfectly into the groove of your extrusion. So you just put it into the grooves, and when you have all 6 of them lined up, take your Allen wrenches and you want to feed in from one side, and what you want to do is have all of these parallel. So now you've got one side done, and take an Allen wrench and put it through the holes on the other side. Now once you get all of this assembled and glued and you get your Allen wrenches straight, you're going to let this set up for about a day. It needs to set, depending on your epoxy's instructions, it needs to set anywhere from a half an hour to 6 hours. This epoxy will set up in a half an hour. Now, the way geometry works is if these two Allen wrenches are parallel with each other, if they look pretty straight, then all of these rod ends, which should be parallel to each other, they should be exactly the same length, because you have all of the extrusions lined up next to each other. You have the holes each lined up, and you're forming this nice little box. So once this dries, you are going to have 6 rod ends. You're going to have 6 rod ends that are parallel to each other and are all the same length. Okay? So you're ready to go. Thank you.